working trying to get this flange straight. It's probably an inch difference from back to front. When it's not exactly back to front, it's offside a bit, so it's a bit of a pain. He did buy this kit, you know, where you take down some of the material on some of the rings. It comes with about 3 or 4 rings, maybe more, and different sizes, I think, from very thin to an inch thick, and you can use one or more of those in order to get a flat surface. Now he tells me that this is just about where he wants it. He's finally got it straightened out, and so he's going to drill some holes and lock this down. And then of course there's concrete that needs to be replaced that he had to chip out because it was covering the flange. So yes, one big job after another big job, but eventually this bathroom will get done. Once this is done, we are hoping to lay the tiles tomorrow. Yay! Okay, the flange adapter to level it has been screwed down with a couple of, what were they, inserts or?
Yeah, a couple of spacers.
Spacers, yeah, that's what they were called. So yeah, the spacers had to be adjusted to try and get this leveled. So now Mark is at the final stages with this, hopefully, flange. And he is adding back the concrete that he had to remove because it was like sitting on top of the flange, the existing one. Okay, so getting there, slowly but surely. This washer was taking forever, but it tends to work that way sometimes. Okay, so we're doing the finishing touches on, well, finishing touches on laying the tile in the bathroom. Yeah, all these along the edge here, they've just been cut, but they still need to be put down. And there's a few more, one more tile to cut there, right there at that corner. And yeah, then we take these pegs. These have been put down yesterday, so these pegs could come out. Now, we used the pegs that lock the corners in. We use this system here where the tiles sit on that, and then you use these little yellow tabs to position it so that all the corners are all level. You don't have one corner sticking up more than the other. So that's how that works. Like this little tab sits in between the tiles, and then that raises or lowers one that would be off. So yeah, we still have this to clean up. We have grout to put in. We have the cabinet delivered yesterday. The cabinet and the sink, and the toilet's been here for a while. So yeah, Mark finished the flange there. Quite the job. This washroom has turned out to be a lot more work than we assumed, but that's always the case, especially when you're not a professional. You know, you take things and you deal with all the imperfections and all the things that come your way that you have to overcome. Okay, so we've got the tiles down completely, and Mark and I are taking turns scraping the area where the grout has to go in. And we'll get the grout in today, and after that we'll start putting the cabinet and the toilet, and well, the cabinet and then some trim, and then the toilet. So it's coming along. It's it'll be done very soon. Okay, we got the grout down, and we chose a very light gray, which kind of works with the tiles we have. So I'm really happy with the effect. Now Mark wants to put the cabinet in now, so we can do that as well. Okay, Mark is cutting the last of the trim work. So I think he's just cut the piece that goes on there, and then we're going to attach it all, and then at that point we look at putting the sink and a toilet roll holder We still have to buy a mirror and probably some other accessories. But once the trim is in and the toilet's in, there's definitely a usable washroom. Okay, our new washroom is finally complete. Well, almost, but it is actually usable. So we have a hook here to hang our house coats when we're taking a shower. Unfortunately, the electrical outlet was in a bad spot behind the towels. That's the only place we could put the towel rack because the door goes here. It opens up here. And the only thing that's left that's old is the old shower. And I've got shower curtains that kind of match everything else. They're white and gray. Our floors are white and gray. And it looks very antiseptic right now. Brand new toilet. And Mark just finished installing it. And just a little, 24-inch cabinet, I guess, with a brand new faucet as well. And of course, he's got new wall plates here. We don't know what this one is for, but I think he's going to try and put a fan in here at some point, because a fan in a bathroom is always a good idea. And I left the original light fixtures. Now Mark spray painted the metal frame, I guess, and I scrubbed down the globes, and believe it or not, I thought that yellow on the globes was dirt until I realized it was not. That is what they purchased to kind of match the shower. So yeah, there's a little bit of color there. Now we've got to put a nice mirror over the vanity, so I have to go shopping for a mirror, give it a little bit of life, a little bit of color in here, and a nice floor mat, and I think that's it. Then we can load up the cabinet with towels and other things. It's just a very small sink, so I don't know how useful it's going to be, and we don't really want a medicine cabinet in this washroom. So we do have another main washroom in the bedroom as well. So this one is, well, it's the small bathroom. Believe it or not, you would think that the larger bathroom would be out in the hall for the main use, but it's not in this house. The larger bathroom is actually in the master bedroom. Anyway, we're done. We have a usable shower. Mark put a brand new shower head and controls for the shower in there. So as I said, the only thing that is existing, and we really didn't want to do all this work, but once we started, we were just going to put in a toilet so we can take out the other toilet. But once we started, we decided to clean it up. Now, we will eventually take out this shower stall, who knows when, probably after everything else is done, and do a tile type shower stall. But this is definitely clean, usable, and we love it. I love it. Mark just tells me he sees all the flaws, but that's pretty normal. I told him when I used to do quilting, I used to see all the flaws, and everyone thought my quilts were beautiful. But when you are the one who is the architect, you always see all the little flaws. Anyway, that's done. I think the last thing he has to do is put some, grout around the toilet, because we just finished installing the toilet, and she works beautifully. Ready? So that's awesome. We're finally done one room. Now we go to work on demolishing the other washroom. And we're not going to be reinstalling everything in that one because we're just demolishing it to work on the back wall, which to repair some definitely some outside work. Okay, that's it for now.